We're going to talk about IPv4 network addressing. Welcome to the IPv4 network addressing practice lab. In this module, you will be provided with the instruction and devices needed to develop your hands-on skills. IPv4 network addressing encompasses critical aspect of network configuration. It includes IPv4 address classes defined by RFC 1918, which defines private IPv4 address such as Class A, Class B, and Class C. Yung Class A ay 10.0.0.08, and the Class B is 172.16.0.0/12. And the Class C is 192.168.0.016. Yung Class C ay palagi natin ginagamit. Furthermore, in IPv4 network addressing, subnetting, and classless interdomain routing or CIDR allow for subnetting and classless interdomain routing. Allow for efficient utilization of IP addresses by dividing networks into smaller subnetworks, enabling granular control over routing and addressing between the subnetworks. Automatic private IP addressing or APIPA. Assign temporary IP addresses within the range of 169.254.0.0 to 169.254.255.255. When DHCP servers are available to provide automatic IPv4 addresses and machines are configured for this DHCP addressing. Loopback addressing reserves the IP address range 127.0.0.0/8 for self-testing and local communication within a device. These components form the foundational framework for IPv4 network addressing, enabling the allocation of IP address within small enterprise level networks. What is the learning outcomes of this? Exercise 1, APIPA addressing. Exercise 2, subnetting. Exercise 3, the loopback address. After we finish this IPv4 network addressing, we should be able to investigate network adapter configuration, check APIPA connectivity, assign static IP address, conduct subnetting, ping, and articulate the loopback address range. Yun yung natin. Lab topology. Next natin to. Exercise 1, APIPA addressing. Automatic private IP addressing, or called APIPA, is a feature in IPv4 networking that results in temporary IP addresses being assigned to devices when they are unable to obtain an IP addresses from a DHCP server. APIPA always assign IP addresses within the range of 169.254.0.0 to 169.254.2.5 to 2.5, allowing APIPA devices to communicate with other APIPA machines on the local network. This feature ensures the basic network connectivity in scenarios where these DHCP servers are unavailable or misconfigured. In this exercise, you will recognize APIPA addressing on domain joined machine. The learning outcomes of this APIPA addressing is investigate network adapter configuration and check APIPA connectivity. The devices that we're going to use is domain controller, domain member server, domain member workstation, and virtual router. Task 1. Investigate network adapter configuration. To determine if a network adapter is configured with APIPA, we will check the assigned IP address. If the IP address falls within the range of 169.254.0.0 to 169.254.2.5.2.5, it indicates that APIPA is being used. Kapag pumasok raw dito sa numbers na to, ay gumagamit sila ng APIPA. This indicates that a device is unable to obtain an IP address from a DHCP server. Hindi siya nakakonect din. In this task, you will locate APIPA addressing on ASIWIN11 and ASIDM01. We're going to connect to ASIWIN11. So turn on muna natin itong mga to. Pag nakakonect tayo sa on the taskbar, type the following in the search field. We're going to get the command prompt. Just wait for a while. Nag-record tayo. Nag-record naman siya. Okay. Yun na, pakonectin tayo sa ASIWIN11. Search CMD. Loaded tayo. Yeah. Anong sa search natin dito? ipconfig. Observe that the Ethernet adapter 2 is assigned to 169.254.131.73. Make a note of this address. Ito ba yun? Ibang number siya, pero pasok pa rin siya dun sa sinabi. Make a note of this address. This indicates the device has been configured with automatic private IP addressing, or called APIPA, which assign a temporary IP address within the range 16 ang haba. When a device is unable to obtain an IP address from a DHCP server, allowing for basic network connectivity in the absence of DHCP automatic configuration. Basic network din pala siya. Going to the ipconfig all. config/all. Enter, and then observe the DHCP enabled is set to yes. DHCP enabled yes indicates that the device is configured to get an IP address automatically from a DHCP server. Asan na yun? DHCP enable, ito, Ethernet 1, wala. Hindi siya naka-enable. Ito, Ethernet 2, yung kanina, naka-enable siya. Ayan o. Okay. On the taskbar, step 4, ACID 01. Ito. Lipat tayo ng ng device ba yun? Or ba tawag doon? Network siguro. Type natin cmd, command prompt, tapos anong tatype natin dito, ipconfig, tatype natin dito, ipconfig /all. Parehas lang sila ng ayun parehas lang sila. Observe DHCP enabled is set to yes and the APIPA address of 169.254.3.1. Make note of this address. The APIPA address can differ from one shown on the screenshot. Kaya pala gano'n. Yan. Ito. Tapos ito yung mga Task 2, check APIPA connectivity. Machine assigned APIPA addresses can communicate with each other within the same local network segment. However, they cannot communicate with devices outside their local network segment or with devices that have been assigned IP addresses outside of the APIPA range. In this task, confirm APIPA connectivity between machines, assign APIPA addressing. Step 1, in ACID, the command prompt is window is open, type the following. Pwede natin haba. Damo. Isa na naman is 169.254.34.34. Note, the S flag is in the pink command specifies the source IP address used for sending ICMP echoes request, and then 169, which is the address assigned to the Ethernet 2 interface. This ping failed because APIPA addresses are not routable outside their local network, local subnet, preventing communication within external address like 8888. Okay. Bawal mag-external siya. Step 2. Okay. Copy ko natin daw. Then ping, tapos 2 ay iba to. Lock ang bayag. Ganun rin. 192.168.0.1 S 169.254.34.34. Okay, ulit. Through connected locally, the IP addresses is logically on a different network, causing the ping to fail. Hindi siya nasa same network, kaya nag-fail siya. Ito naman, ping ulit natin. Ping 169.254.121.173 negative S 169.254.34.34. Transmission fail na naman. Note both of these IP addresses are logically on the same network, enabling this ping to be successful. Okay. Iba pala. Iba yung ano na. Okay. Tapos, sabi, close the command prompt. Then, close the command ASIWIN 11. Close natin rin to. Tapos na, next tayo. Exercise 2. Subnetting. Subnetting is the process of segmenting a network into smaller, manageable, logical subnetworks. This is done by using IPv4 address bits from the host portion of the IPv4 address to create additional network identifiers, enabling more efficient use of IP addresses and facilitating network management. In this exercise, you will use subnetting to create a logical separation of two machines that are connected to the same network. What we're going to learn about this in subnetting. Learning outcome is assign static IP addresses and conduct subnetting. The devices that we're going to use: domain controller, domain member server, domain member, workstation, and a virtual router. Task 1, assign static IP addresses. A static IP address is fixed IP address that is assigned manually to a device interface. Static IP addresses can be used for servers, printers, routers, or any other network device that requires a consistent network address. In this task, you will assign static IP address to ASIWIN 11 and ASID M01 interface. Para pagkukunin natin siya doon. Buksan natin ASIWIN 11. On the taskbar, right click on the network icon, then select network and internet settings. Ayan. Ito. Sa settings lang pala. On the network and internet pane, select advanced network select advanced network settings. Select okay. And then on the advanced network settings, select Ethernet 2. And then step 4 on the advanced Select view additional properties under Ethernet 2. View additional properties. And then step 5, on the view additional properties page, select edit. View additional properties, select edit for the IP assignment. Edit natin to. Tapos select manual. Ano yung natin? On natin. Pag natin itong IPv4. IP address 10.0.10.033. Subnet 255.255.255. Mabagal siya. Break. Then click save. Step 9, observe the IP assignment on the view additional properties page to confirm the intended IP address settings are correct. Note that ASIN11 has been assigned an IP address on kulang siya ng 0. Kulang rin siya ng 3. Neck. Okay. Oo nga. Ganyan. C01 C1M, going to select this on the taskbar, network status. In the network status page, change adapter option. And then Ethernet 2, select properties, and then select Internet Protocol version 4. And then select properties. Ito pala. Yan. The Internet Protocol TCP properties window, select radio button. Ito yung IP address 10.0.19 submasters 255 okay. Note that ASIN M01 has also been assigned an IP address of on the yung sinabi nating address. Ayun, nakakonect na. Text natin to. taskbar, select CMD. Ito natin yung ginawa natin. Yeah. Yun na. Please natin yung packet sent. Ayun! Napasok natin siya. Hindi ba kanina nagpe-fail? This ping works since both acid M01 and the acid are both assigned. Kailangan mo muna assign yung IP address niya bago tayo makakonect sa bawat isa. Task 2, conduct subnetting. When subnetting two machines connected to the same network, the network administrator divides the network into smaller subnetworks, each with its own subnet mask and address range. In this task, you will use two host ID bits for subnetting to create logical addresses, spaces that place the assigned ASIC and IP address on different networks. Ensure you are connected to the ASIC01 and restart the network connection window from the taskbar. May network connection. Ito. The network properties, click and select properties ulit natin to. Okay. Wala, naglag siya. Aray ko. Internet Protocol version 4. Click natin yung properties ulit niya. Pagdan natin ito ng 192. Tapos click natin yung OK. Note, using a total of 2 bits for subnetting, the subject network addresses becomes hanggang 26 na. This places the ASIC01 machine on the 10.0 network. This IP address format utilize CIDR or classless interdomain routing notation, which represent IP addresses and their associated subnet mask with a format that specifies both the network address and the number of significant bits in the subnet mask. Para ma-specify natin yung mga ano. Okay. Close natin yung internet properties. Network connection. Connect ASIC11. View additional properties page. Edit. Assign. 192. Save. Yun yung kanina natin ginawa, di ba? No, using a total of 2 bits for subnetting the subnet network becomes, basta yun, maraming number kasi dyan, bubulol ako eh. This places the ASIC11 machine on the IP address network. Close view additional properties. Close natin ito. ASIC Ping natin siya. Ping 10.0.0.33. Kita natin yan. Expand. Ba't expand? Hindi. Mali pala yun. Nagbasa ko. Ay, naging 32 bits na. Misspell. Ayun o, sabi ko sa'yo eh. Diba? Close natin yung command prompt. Tapos, close the status network. And then, next. Exercise 3, the loopback address. The loopback address usually presented as 127.0.0.1 is a special IP address used to send network packets back to the same device without involving a physical network interface. This enables the testing of the network stack on the local machine without sending packets out of the NIC interface. Loopback addresses are commonly used for troubleshooting network issues. In this exercise, we will test the loopback addresses. Learning outcome: after completing this exercise, you should be able to ping and articulate the loopback address range. We're going to use these devices: domain controller, domain member server, domain member workstation, and virtual router. Task 1, ping and articulate the loopback address range. The loopback address, usually presented as 127.0.01 in IPv4, is a reserved IP address that allows a device to send network packets to itself. The loopback address range 127.0.0.0/8 includes all IP addresses from and is designated for internal loopback testing purposes. In this task, you will use Wireshark to observe that pinging the loopback address does not send packets out of the NIC interface and test a loopback address that is not standard in this IP address. Step 1, we're going to connect ACWin 11, then search Wireshark. Step 2, double click on the Ethernet. We're going to type ICMP. Ping utilize ICMP. The following on testing will include ping testing, so monitoring ICMP with Wireshark will ensure quick identification of any ping packets that leave the NIC interface. On the taskbar, we're going to search CMD, command prompt, and then ping yo, bakal talaga. Ping. Tama naman, naping natin. 1 MS. The ping results indicate that the ping was successful and that the communication path exists between the host as well and destination. Okay naman kasi ginawa natin kanina yun. On the taskbar, select Wireshark. Going to select Wireshark. In Wireshark, select the red square, stop capturing packets. Yan. Na-stop na natin. Note, ACID C01 is located at 192.160.0. This machine is on the local network but external to ACID. As a result, when this ping, the ICMP packets are visible. Okay. Pala. Yun pala yun. Di ba kanina wala? Wala to. Okay. Select the shark pin. Continue without saving. Ayan o, nawala. Diba? Nag-ping tayo kanina eh. The Wireshark packets capture is reset for ease in identifying further ping commands that result in external communication through the INIC interface. In the taskbar, select command prompt. No filter modification is required. Wireshark is still configured to display ICMP packets. Ito. Ping natin to. Ping. Ang bagay mo ano. Kailangan mabagal ka rin mag-type eh. Note that the ping indicates there is a communication back within the destination 127. Okay. Select natin yung Wireshark. May lalabas yan. Oh, wala. Wala naman boss. Pinging the loopback addresses does not result ICMP packets being captured in Wireshark because the packets are not transmitted over a physical network interface. Okay. They are internally with the device network stack without being sent out of the... okay. Kaya pala ganun. Hindi siya mag-ano sa network. Select natin yung command prompt. Ito naman. Yan. Bagal. 27.99.99.99. The loopback address includes all IP addresses in the subnet pinging send ICMP echoes request to the loopback interface, just like pinging. The ping result indicates the ping was successful. Yes, it was successful. Select natin Wireshark. Wala pa rin. Wala siyang lumabas. As before, the loopback address is processed internally by the device. Kailangan pag nakakonect na sa network, sa physical network, dun siya lalabas. Okay. Gets. Last one. Wala na pala. Akala ko yung tapos, meron pa isa eh. The summary of this exercise is API addressing, exercise subnetting, exercise 3, the loopback address. We should be able to know to investigate the network adapter configuration, check API connectivity, assign static IP address, conduct subnetting, and ping and articulate the loopback address range. Okay. Nagawa na natin lahat yan. Kung paano natin ginagawa itong limang to. Alam na natin kung paano. Ito natin. Back to the labs. Tapos lang dyan. Yun pala. Kailangan pala natin i-check. Yun. Goodbye.